Okay, so yeah, should be live now. Hopefully, I actually haven't logged in today yet. It's been kind of a busy morning slash afternoon today. Um, but yeah, I did go ahead and do my dailies and all the rest of the games. That's kind of why it took me so long to log in. Um, but yeah, I should be good now, hopefully. So, I guess yesterday the stream ended up having the mic audio cut off at some point, so I just went ahead and unlisted that stream. I also uploaded a video today on the Dot team and a clip of Chaos Zero Nightmares, a YouTube Shorts, and I'll probably do more Chaos Zero Nightmares stuff like that. But yeah, later I will be streaming some Killing Floor 3 with some friends over Discord and stuff, so. Yeah, I wanted to maybe do Fortnite yesterday, like I did last week, in that way, but I don't know. Anyway, let's go see Chizuru, and then and use the rest of those tokens on Codex runs. I mean, you've got the robot arms. If nothing else. So yeah, the first part of the stream I will be, trying to finish building Chizuru, which we're not really gonna get close to finishing, but can get further into it. Also, it does turn out that the store where you get the boss drops from Codex runs, you can actually get infinite of this currency. Although there is a limit on the purchases, and also the only one that resets seems to be the rescue anchor, although it's probably not impossible for these to reset in the future. At some point. Probably not going to be able to get a pull on that banner unless I do some other things. So yeah, I believe this gives 6 of these. If it gives more, that's also fine because I'll eventually need some for K-Ron. So. Actually started with a Shadow of the Moon. Not bad. I'm at 3 binds. Yeah, there wasn't really a way for me to stack that any further from there.
力添えいただきありがとうございます。
I really don't need that many more of these, huh? I could actually get the rest of them by doing the story mission, so I'll probably just do that. However, I will need to get some more partner promotional material. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm just going through and doing some daily stuff here to start. What's this team? I'm around. I feel like this team's really good at daily clears. It kind of reminds me of running like Himiko or Hirda in early Star Rail, so that way you could actually clear the early stages really fast for your daily stuff. Because the AoE damage and everything. See if Westmacott can give me something. Okay, that's not really what I was looking for either. This works. But yes, with this I should be able to... Oh, I wasn't really expecting to defeat them, but... Yes, if it crits, I could do that. I actually ended up drawing Iceberg Cleave. I thought I had taken the other Iceberg Cleave out because I'd already played one. This was before the deck had reset, so I thought they were all gone. They're being weirdly laggy on the stream because it's kind of having a delay there. I can maybe fix that in a minute. Just do this run. Should be able to take it out. Should draw first and then shuffle. Oh wait, I have a Joker card. That will work. And then I've got enough ego points for an ego skill, so that we'll be able to take everything out if this doesn't, which it did. Yeah, slowly increasing the captain level. There's the XP cap for the week. I had noticed that you actually have to run Codex specifically and not Lab 0 in the XP. Or for the weekly XP, which is interesting. I might have enough material to be able to get this with the conversion things. I didn't see how many I had. Oh yeah, I have more than enough. So a little bit of an increase in the partner. This is, I believe, the best partner for Chizuru, just because the other options aren't really that great outside of the banner partner, which I believe that's a slight upgrade. I'm not entirely sure on that either, but I know that the 4-star one is not really recommended, and that's the only 4-star option for controllers, so it's kind of just nothing else works, so might as well. That, part of me wouldn't mind getting these, but I'll wait. Gonna see if there is something else. I do technically need to do this as well. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I was downloading something on the PlayStation. Sorry if that was a jump scare there. Now that can be turned off, so that will hopefully make things run smoother if things were lagging like that before. Okay, so this team should be able to take on the difficulty 6 for this. Actually, no. Not this team. This team should be able to take on the difficulty 6 Judas, I would have to imagine. Not a great draw necessarily, but it's playable. The extra shield doesn't really matter because I deal so much damage over time. That it honestly is more of a build-up thing than actual issue. Oh yeah, I was supposed to not do it that way, but that's fine. That kind of takes more advantage of the morale buff anyway. Kind of want to heal more than anything. Okay, I might as well do this technically. And now I have to restack the agony. But never mind. Looks like it's still there. So that's good. That didn't count. Guess this team can't clear this just yet. They do way too much damage. Yeah, I don't really understand why the multiplier of that boss is like 70 times more in this specific fight on the next difficulty than in this one. In this one, I can literally tank like 5 of those in a row with this team, even though it has less HP. But the previous team, this team has less HP and less defense than the previous team. Like, it's just skill issue, I guess, of this team. No reason to draw 3. I mean, Haru does really well into this fight, I suppose, but the main issue is that this team cannot survive a single hit from the next phase. So. When I'm the next difficulty, I mean, in this difficulty, they survive just fine. That's what I don't really understand, is why the next difficulty, the damage is significantly higher. As you can see, that barely does anything. And this team has less defense than the previous. Those draws ended up being worse than I thought they might have been, but that's fine. Yeah, that works. But yeah, I think I would need an actual, like, defender unit to be able to not die in the next difficulty. Yeah, I should be able to get one of these now. Might just get Yugi's. Oh, I don't actually have enough. Not too surprising, to be fair. They're really expensive. Okay, with that done, next Forbidden Catalyst here, so... Apparently if I do the story battle missions and I'm able to get a few stars on these, it won't be too bad. Combatant, it's Passion Weak enemies. You can actually run Mei Lin pretty well with Chizuru. It's not the best option, but it's an option that you can do. Honestly, kind of just run Cassius as the sustain. And searching. Not a bad way to do it.
切らね壊滅させます。決断を切らねば。
Yeah, I don't think that counts.
黄昏の影壊滅させます。滅せよ。
裏かをもう一度振ってみようか。運命というべきかね。
方向攻撃と防御神とえ準備は昇竜脚切らねば。水の流れるままに。
派手に行こうか。雨も仕掛けもないさ。裏かをも驚いたかね。派手にサポートが必要かね。
決断を
Is that 4 bind? Just need to get one more.
切らねば。方向攻撃と防御神とえ
Should have done this first, technically.
準備は決断を滅せよ。この力を使ってでも。
If I would have done this, actually, it would have been enough. I should have done that too. I'm not really too used to playing Malin. Yeah, I can't even play another card because it's already over.
修行者たるものこの程度は当然でございます。私の力が必要であれば。
I do like running Selena with Malin, but it doesn't really make sense here.
もう少し劇的。
必ず完遂してみせます。深い暗闇へ切らねば。滅せよ。
運命というべきかね。
方向攻撃と防御神とえ準備はできております。
That's what he does.
派手にこんなのはどうだい。
Triple zero. Play 0-0. It has to be combos, so there wasn't really a way to do this in that way. I mean, that's fine. That's enough to defeat that enemy anyway. With combo, you have to play a card of the same damage type first.
壊滅させます。切らねば。
Double bind's not really going to be strong enough.
準備完了でございます。黄昏の影。準備攻撃と防御神とえ。方向攻撃と防御神とえ。準備ができております。
もう一度振ってみようか。もう一度振ってみよう。運を試してみよう。派手にもう一度振ってみようか。
壊滅させます。方向族の武術滅せよ。昇竜脚
裏かもう一度振ってみようか。もう一度振ってみよう。驚い助立ちしよう。もう一度振ってみようか。
最終奥義。
Go ahead and use the ego skill.
準備はこの力を使ってでも。修行者たるものこの程度は当然でございます。
Yeah. That's gonna be able to get another pool attempt here. Trying to get another copy of Tressa up the banner while it's still around.
お力添えいただき、この恩は必ずお返しします。
Ooh, close to level 60. Kind of closer than I thought it would be as well.
あなたはどの運命に導かれて。
お力添えいただきありがとうございます。私にはい、ブム。部下の管理は指揮官の基本であるからな。
I'd have to imagine that should be good enough defensive stats to not die.
お力添えいただきありがとうございます。
I don't know. Yeah, the memory fragment sets are not good. There are some of these. Yeah, I think those two were worth grabbing.
どうしたの？こんなところまで。そんなにうちに会いたかった？
Yeah, getting more crit damage would not be bad. So how close is she to level 60? I mean, I don't think this would be enough, but it could be a little close. Oh, I can probably do the battle missions, actually.
派手にもう一度振ってみようか。裏かこんなのはどうだい？
うちの感謝しなさいね。うちに抜刀。呼びます。力が湧いてきますね。
派手に運を試してみよう。
うちの場ちゃんと見てなさい。刀なしと行こっかな。
Okay, go ahead and get all of those out of the way. Let's see these are at the bottom now.
見事な攻撃でしたわ。こんなの楽勝に決まってるっしょ。お力添えいただきありがとうございます。
Still not fully enough, but I can get there. Yeah, you can see these also drop some leveling materials.
大丈夫かな。苦しみは深い暗闇へ。艦長、信じた。
This applies agony if nothing else.
決断を。はっ。呼びましたか？シェアします。切らねば壊滅させます。一番の苦痛を。私の不運は艦長が決断を参ります。切らねば。はっ。お待ちください、艦長。はい、流れを感じます。呼びましたか？うん、力が湧いてきますね。決断を。黄昏の影。私の力で確実に倒してみせます。
Yeah, no draws. Ooh.
全てを飲み込む暗闇
Forget that she has a heal there. I guess I could have used that for a draw maybe, but
見事な攻撃でしたわやってみます力が湧いてきますね艦長信じてる切らねば黄昏の影一番の苦痛を失敗一番の苦痛を倒れてはーい行きますよ呼びましたか一味違いますよ艦長信じてる失敗した私の不運は鋭いんだよ決断をはっ艦長はっ
yeah, okay, so this team doesn't have enough sustain here.
道のりは
Like that.
ここまで
Okay.
のようですね
Fine, I will run this version.
大丈夫かな
Should be more than enough.
準備できま溢れ出せ苦しみは深まる手伝います力が湧いてきますねこれで役に立てるんだ力になってみせます答えて艦長王ですよ手伝います艦長一番の苦痛を倒れて確認します元気が出ましたか私の不運は役に立ちましたか艦長
Wanted to get off the ult first, but it's fine.
私の苦しみの中で全部消えて艦長信じて流れを感じます元気が出ましたか力が湧いてきますね不運はどんなものか本気で任せてください一番の
Yeah, that enemy already gets off its attack, so might as well just leave it.
呼びましたか行きますよ手伝います艦長信じてる失敗したらどうしよう一番の苦痛をはーい一味違いますよ
Go ahead and heal a little bit. And of course you get stunned. Of all three of them to get stunned, it's the one that has actual ability to do anything there. That's fine. And this doesn't really do that much damage, but it does apply agony at least, so... I do like the healing there. That's enough. Take that one out. Gonna need the extra skill point or AP there for the agony effect to be applied before using the other card.
これで役に立てる元気が出ましたか？手伝います。役に立ちましたか？すべてを飲み込む暗闇。倒れて呼びましたか？手伝います。はーい。一味違いますよ。失敗して一番の苦痛を。
Still will have an agony effect on it, so that's fine. Could have maybe run it like that though. There.
あなたはどの運命に導かれてここに
And there's a Terra. Those enemies are kind of annoying. I'll just do Chaos runs for now, because they're a bit more interesting as well. So yeah, the goal is to try to win streak here, so at this fight, which is not really going to be super easy. But it's not very high level, so that's a good thing. I will go ahead and take that though. Because none of the other options really looked great. Okay, we want to avoid Lab 0, which is there. And also avoid any real difficult fights if possible. I think going this way will be the easiest. Yeah, 1000 HP on this enemy. And starting out with both Epiphanies in hand is nice. The advanced shadow daggers like that apply 2 agony to each hit, so... Didn't start with a free way to thin the deck this time around. Could technically play that, but it's not like it would be able to heal me now. I think I'll just go for the minimal amount of credits, because I do need some credits, and yeah, my rolls last night were not great, so thought that that might continue. This path is probably easier, but it also has a shop on the way, so... Well, this is an elite fight, it is a single target fight, so this team should do pretty good into that. Yeah, getting double agony, and that is good. I'm using an attack. So just need to get through the shield first. Getting card epiphanies for the other characters' cards right now. That's fine. It's more than enough. 25% damage. I guess you can have that for now. So yeah, what's the limit on save data in this difficulty? I can check here. 120. I guess resolve is fine. All of those options were kinda not great though. Anyway, I'll just take out one of these with this rotation. I think it should be enough damage and everything. I wondered if that counted. Didn't really work out like how I thought it would, but it would have been interesting if it counted as like applying agony from the skill to be able to trigger itself. Okay, this enemy has enough agony to where it will die.
艦長、私の不運はすぐに深まる。全てを飲み込む暗闇。
Got some crits there as well. Go ahead and remove that for free.
あれ、いつの間にっていらっしゃい。新しい品ですか？もう新しい品ですか？もうじゃじゃーん。新しい品ですか？もちろんお店じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。
This is technically not a bad one to
今
have.
日のベストチョイスですね。絶対後悔しませんよ。
And then just go ahead and take out Water Arrow.
ぜひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうね。
I do like being able to rest in these. Yeah, because that was a lead card, I did have to play that first.
一味違いますよ。超役に立ちましたか？呼びました。流れを感じます。準備で確認します。私やってみます。 艦長、信じて。
I think
一番
this is probably the best one I can do.
手伝います。私の不運は鋭いね。元気が出ましたか？艦長だね。すべてを飲み込む暗闇。流れる。
I do want to make sure that I'm healing when I can.
準備で元気が出ましたか？元気が出ましたか？
Dead to the dots. Don't see any epiphanies there. There's one here. Yeah, I want to try to get rid of the epiphanies on the other characters when it's not going to be a good epiphany, and then save the good epiphanies for
いらっしゃ
Tressa.
い。所持クレジットは十分か。
I
新しい
actually
品
don't
で
have
す
enough
か？
credits
じ
to
ゃ
be
じゃ
able
ー
to really get
ん。
anything
じゃ
here.
じゃーん。新しい品ですか？じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。
That item is probably going to be what I try to go for Tressa
いいですよ。
later, but I do need more credits first. Guess I can do 2 combat stages to try to get some credits.
結構手強い戦闘になりそうですわね。
This enemy again. Guess maybe I could have done Strike of Darkness first, too, for the extra damage. It just increases the damage of the like actual hit on the cards. It doesn't increase the
全てを飲み込む暗闇艦長
um
苦痛を
like dot damage.
艦長防御しよう
Will be fine.
私の不運がする一味違いますよ呼びましたは確認します艦長元気が出ましたか艦長苦しみは深まる力が湧いてきますねはーい流れを感じます闇をかき上げアーウェン様の手にかか
I will go ahead and get some damage reduction for this. So.
艦長私の不運は鋭いで元気が出ましたか一味違いますよ呼びましたか一番の苦痛をはーいいきますよ
And the dots. We finish it there. The rest area doesn't really seem like a bad idea, but I think I can like these and be fine.
溢れ出せ苦しみは深まるだけ終わりの苦しみの中で全部消えて呼びましたか全てを飲み込む暗闇艦長
I could get out of my curse card there.
力が湧いてきますね完璧です呼びましたか流れを感じます力になってみせます
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was healing where I can.
私の不運は鋭い元気が出ましたか信じて任せてください一番の苦痛をアーウェン様の手にかかればみんな無敵になる
Get the damage reduction there as well.
確認します手伝います呼びますか闇をかき
Heart Epiphany is good.
あれいつの間に新しい品ですか
Still don't really have credits, unfortunately.
おま新しい品ですかじゃじゃーんじゃじゃーんぜひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうね
Okay, how much HP does this have? 4,000? It's not bad.
注意した方が良いでしょう。
苦しみは深まるだけ準備で溢れ出せ
And then 1,200 shield on top of that, but
艦長だ
I want the damage reduction while we can. Could have done this on it as well. It's like 900 damage and damage over time though. Add some more dots. Yeah, I mean, look at that card's damage, by the way. I will take the credits. Yeah, I don't really want lab 0, so I will just go this way. Okay, we have part of the broken setup. And now I just need to get rid of like every single attack card in this deck. I think that's not a bad. I'm actually in a position to be able to remove a card now.
Iつぶりのお客さんだろう。ここに綺麗。ぜひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうね。何 か。
Even though their attack's gonna apply agony, it's still
呼びましたか。
not really that great.
バラミオ行きますよ。溢れ出せ。元気が出ましたか。じゃあ私やってみます。広がれ。信じてる。慎重に確認します。艦長信じた。呼びました。一味違いますよ。失敗したらどうしよう。一番の苦痛を全てを飲み込む暗闇。艦長力になってみせます。役に立ちましたか。艦長
Yeah, you need to be healed by a skill like that for it to work.
バデューンの電の中本数が
Do need to try to generate more credits. I think I'm just gonna go straight across. That's a lot of agony already.
呼びます。力が湧いてきますね。元気が出ましたか。手伝います。任せてください。艦長艦長信じてる。
Just go ahead and poke that one in the back there.
私の不運は鋭く艦長不運のジャムに力になってみせます。はい、流れを感じます。呼びました。一味違いますよ。準備で役に立ちましたか。私の力で確実に倒してみせます。艦長
There are a lot of enemies with shields. And that is a stat upgrade, if nothing else. It doesn't have any agony on it for that.
呼びました。流れを感じます。準備で手伝います。力になってみせます。艦長、苦しみは深まるだけ。元気が出ましたか？一番の苦痛を。艦長、私の不運は不運の弁なのか。確認します。力が湧いてきますね。呼びましたか？一味違いますよ。私やってみます。役に立ちましたか？艦長。
Yeah, as you can see, anytime that I heal, I'm getting a 0-cost Shadow Dagger, which kinda going infinitely. What is everyone saved data at? 20. Kinda just wondering. Might as well take that. Getting down to the shop will be worth, but it's not gonna be a fun time. It might not even be worth, actually. Getting a free copy is big. You want to copy this. You can have runs where you have like 4 copies. That will also make the save data value go up as well. So it's something to keep in mind. Do need to try to cure this status effect, but very unfortunately timed. I'm gonna need the extra AP for sure here. Luckily, I have a lot of healing. Oh, I didn't actually have enough AP for that. I thought I did, but it took a while for the card stall update and everything. I wasn't keeping track of it in my head. Okay, just go ahead and take out that middle one. That should be able to keep me alive for now. Yeah, there was no way for me to take this up quickly enough. Yeah, next time, whenever I'm able to get the double initiation for the shadow daggers and stuff, you'll see why this build is really strong. It's just, you know, I have to not instantly be unable to play the initiation cards. Kind of defeat the whole purpose of them. I can even fight these just fine. This one's not going to deal damage. Okay, but now we take the damage reduction. Oh, that counts as a skill. Guess it's an ego skill. Yeah, no healing skills that turn, but that enemy will die next time. It's unfortunate that it lived with like 1 HP there. Actually, I'm just gonna make sure I take this enemy out because it will deal a lot of damage to me if not. Get a ton of agony on it. I kind of think the remove is a bit more important. I actually don't mind Whirlpool because it boosts healing, so it has some use in that. Yeah, the damage isn't bad here, so not gonna worry about it just yet.
館長信じてる。準備できました。手伝います。館長一番
Actually ends me at a higher HP. And yeah, there's no reason for that last combat stage. It's gonna help keep everyone alive.
あれ、いつの間に新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。新しい品ですか？もちろん。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。また来てくださいね。
Still didn't have enough credits for everything. Maybe I can get a final equipment slot after this boss, though.
艦長全力で行こう。慎重あふれ出せ。やめようやめよう。呼びましたか？
Go ahead and
力が湧いてきますね。
take this one out.
準備できました。元気が出ましたか？艦長失敗して
艦長、今回の攻撃は強烈です。防御を固めないと危険です。
艦長一番の苦痛を。艦長優位に出るのか。お苦しみは深まる。慎重に。準備できました。手伝います。失敗だ。私の力で。
And go ahead and do this to generate some more
呼びましたか？任せてください。
healing for more shadow daggers.
はーい、流れを感じます。確認します。広がれ。艦長、私の不運は鋭く失敗した。艦長、準備できました。立ちましたか？力になってみせます。失敗だ。
But now this one's got a lot of agony.
艦長、優位に出ないのか。もうすぐ手伝います。失敗した。一番の苦痛を。準備で元気が出ましたか？艦長、失敗した。呼びます。私やってみます。一番の苦痛を。見事な攻撃でしたわ。このアーウェン様の大活躍。みんな見
Nice.
たか？
I do actually really like that one on Tressa. That's probably my best Tressa build I've had. The weapon is okay. shields are not exactly irrelevant. So. Getting more damage to shielded enemies. It doesn't seem to boost the dot damage, but it boosts the actual card damage, so kind of a good thing for breaking through the shield. Nothing else.
Kancho, お待ちしておりました。
I don't think shocking was the right choice.
何かありましたら、すぐにエピオネセンターにお越しください。
Level 68. Although, it's not a very fun debuff to deal with, but it can work. Go ahead and increase the base stats of everything. More credits will help as well. Unfortunately, it was Ray. Already got the max copies of Ray. I need one more copy of Tressa. Get max copies of her. Douglas. So it's still this tier. I don't know, what do you guys think is better? I think that the new save data is like way better. See, that would kind of be a better equipment. But I could have had 4 shadow reloads if I got it earlier. It also wasn't one of the options, I don't think, to duplicate anyway. I also didn't get an epiphany on Winds of Relief, but like, sounds like kind of fine. And maybe you can get like an Nihilium one of this, so that way it... Because I don't have any Divine Epiphanies either. If I would have had the Divine Epiphanies to reduce the AP cost of that, that might have been a bit better too. See something like this. When inflicting agony cause, one agony is probably better, but I mean the other one's cheaper AP. I guess it just depends. I feel like that's not bad. Save data. Considering I'm not even really going for the save data, I'm just kind of trying to optimize the build as I'm going. So clear Codex at level 66 or higher. Well, this one is level 68, so I would assume that it's higher. It is lower save data value. kinda don't mind that item, but I'll go ahead and take a card epiphany. I'm at 100 credits. I should be able to remove a card in the next thing. Yeah, the discards at the start of each turn won't really matter. If I get a build like last time.
見事な攻撃でしたわ。私の力で確実に倒してみせます。私の不運はする艦長。いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは十分かな。新しい品ですか。
I do like to just check to make sure there's nothing in here
新しい品ですか。
that I might want.
新しい品ですか。もちろんお見せしますと。
Just free refreshes and everything, and then
綺麗。また来てくださいね。
for that.
溢れ出せ。手伝います。任せてください。失敗した闇をかき集めて。
One wave is good.
艦長、苦しみが深まるだけ。失敗艦長。はーい、呼びました。行きますよ。準備できました。流れを感じます。
Rune Memorial. Ray Epiphany, actually. I can fight this elite. And I've got the HP to do so.
これは手強そうだな。溢れ出せ。失敗した。準備広がれ。艦長、闇をかき上げ。元気が出ましたか。一味違いますよ。失敗だ。艦長、死んで。 私の不運は苦しみは深まる。アンウェイ様の手にかかれば
I'll take the damage reduction.
なれるんだから。役に立ちましたか。流れを感じます。私やってみます。
Maybe you can use Nyx in a situation like that to be able to get something to play, but
苦しみは深まる。艦長。
the dots down. Latent Epiphany. Kind of don't mind that as a skill. There's like an upgrade card version of that that's really good. this team, but fine. So the shop is gonna be down. Free card remove. We're not guaranteed to get the epiphany or anything, so I do need to make sure that I'm not focusing on trying to spam out healing too much. Don't mind that. Now let me check something while I'm thinking about it. Is the screen still dark? Okay, yeah, it's still pretty dark. Anytime I alt-tab, it makes the screen really dark, so I was wondering if that's been fixed yet with this update. But I think it's just the way full screen is. And a card epiphany. Yeah, technically Lab 0 would get me really good save data, but at the same time it could also mess up my save data.
じゃじゃーんじゃじゃーんお待ち新しい品ですかもちろんじゃじゃーんお待ち新しい品ですかもちろんお見せしますともいつぶりのお客さんだろう綺麗に消しましたまた来てくださいねやったー
Okay, we got an enhanced elite. And I am full HP when it's this elite, so it's not too bad, although it does have a lot of HP. More healing is good. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. It actually lived. I thought it was dead with that much HP, but I guess that's fine. I'm gonna extract that, to be honest. That's like the best upgrade for that. I feel like, especially if you can get a ton of agony. Yeah, that last fight did kind of hurt, and these enemies also hurt, so do need to try to get some HP back here. I don't even think I've drawn that card this whole time, I feel like. It's like that's the first time I've seen it in this run. Didn't really like any of the options there. We can remove Dark Blade, but I think I will just remove Dark Blade. I do like Reinforced Suit. Yeah, that's the real thing I was holding out for, though. Had to be on the discounted one for me to be able to get it. Which it was not, so... Go ahead and remove that. Yeah, it actually has less HP this time around. It should be a lot easier to complete this difficulty than the previous, because the previous one had elite and boss enhancements for the debuffs. I wasn't really paying attention when I did that, in my defense. Not to agony imprint that enemy. Keep adding bleeds, which means that card could have had value if I was able to draw. I think it literally got discarded. Yeah, the ones of relief. Guess I could have got rid of that bleed.
呼びましたか？はーい。力が湧いてきますね。失敗した。準備元気が出ましたか？役に立ちましたか？
I'm gonna do this to get out of the way because I had enough AP every turn anyway. I need to try to get through the shield. Okay, now to do that properly. That counts as a basic? No, it doesn't. Yeah, once again, I have to duplicate that. I'm apparently not legally allowed to get Shadow Reload Epiphanies before that boss stage. I think Enlightenment. I just kind of want to take one of the more neutral ones. I go down, I think it's the best way. I do need to try to run into more combat encounters for the Epiphanies. Go ahead and apply as much dot as I can. I even think running like that is fine. Just because I do like having this card as my healing option. I think taking this within the deck is good. Plus I can just put it on one of the copies of that one card that I have, so. Yeah, I still don't really have a good way to cycle through the deck just yet. If I need a one random card. mean, more Shadow Daggers is fine. You can get a Divine Epiphany that makes it where that's 0 cost and gives you 3 Shadow Daggers. Probably there are better ways of doing it. I am an X is applied as X+1 enjoyer, but I think I'll save the credits for now. I guess it has to be a card in hand as well. See, I could use the Winds of Relief here. I like using Nyx to get rid of this card as well. Okay, never mind. I think it would draw up there. You don't have very much agony, but that's still enough. I think that's fine. You needed to get it out of the way. Removing 2 cards was an interesting idea, but I really need an Epiphany on a selected card here. Being this card. I don't know how the X ones work, so I think I will take this just to try out. There's a rest area up here as well. Oh, yeah, that's kind of how I thought this would work. More healing is not bad, although it's happen after I get hit.
私の不運はする艦長失敗したらどう手伝います
Okay, you wanted the hunt?
艦長失敗一段準備できました確認します
Really could use a raid not being permanently stuck in confusion.
二度と負けません確認します流れを感じます私の力で
Maybe this is enough to take this one out.
はい全てを飲み込む暗闇
Yeah, the poison.
力になってみせます
It's good.
艦長信じてる失敗した私の不運は鋭い艦長なめないよね流れを感じます失敗か
Okay, those don't count as basics. Makes sense because they're not white text cards. I think we have only one card that needs Epiphany still. Yeah, all the upgrades this time haven't really been that useful, but it'll get me through. Sneering Dagger's better than nothing, so I might as well take it. Even if I am probably gonna just directly upgrade it
いら
here.
っしゃい所持クレジットは10じゃじゃーん新しい品ですかもちろんお見せしますともって毎度あり新しい品ですか新しい品ですか新しい品ですかぜひぜひ生きて
Yeah,
た
I thought there
らまた
might be a chance I could find a neutral card I liked, but
いいですよ
not really. Just increase the credits. I think I will go ahead and do this, since Zimmy has a lot of HP. That's one way to get through it. I'll take the stress decrease for sure. I think I avoid the elite, even though the elite shouldn't be that difficult to fight. Yeah, they're all just gonna blow up. I mean, the thing is, the damage is not very high whenever they blow up, so kinda who cares? But didn't even get to go up because I actually had some damage. These enemies are really the only ones I would consider to be scary at this point. Yeah, because they like to remove my cards, and this one does a lot of damage. Good taunt there. Speaking of good taunts, the 0 agony card draw. I could use a Nyx to try to fix that, but I want to try to save my ego points. See if I save them, then I can do them like this. Oh, I guess I did the taunt. Okay, actual 1 turn variant. Yeah, that's what I mean, the middle should die. This one's kind of annoying, but I'm sure I can draw something with like agony. Okay, that works. Did I exhaust one of the water drops? Well, good thing I got a healing turn. Oh, never mind. Do they just do infinite damage this turn? Oh, yeah, they just decided to do infinite damage. Well, that's sick, actually. Here. Don't think there's any way for me to survive, but it will depend on what this guy does. I actually had unusable hands. Okay, they actually clutch. The thing is, it doesn't matter if you clutch in this mode, because once you are at 1 HP like this, then you're at 1 HP the rest of the run.
毎度あり。新しい品ですか？もちろんお見せしますとも。新しい品ですか？新しい品ですか？新しい品ですか？もちろん。また来てくださいね。
Yeah, that was just insanely unlucky. Like, kind of a once in a million level of bad luck moment, I feel like, with that run ending. I mean, everything about that run was just literally borderline impossible to do anything with, but I already have all the records, so I might as well just delete their memories, because the save data was all garbage. Like, every single piece of save data was garbage. There's literally, like, no hands that could actually do any damage most of the time. And I couldn't ever stack agony. Apparently, even though I only had healing cards, it wasn't enough healing, so... Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know how that's supposed to be usable, but yeah, that's fucking GG's there, because now I have to get new save data on top of everything else, so that sucks. Or new Codex data, because it's gonna be, like, impossible to get that. Super frustrating. It was like Doctor Strange one way to be fucked for the rest of the day moment, and then it happened. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a fucking Haru copy until the last single pity every time, so that's also great. There. I can never move on. Yeah, I'd rather just not even grab any of those. Hey, why is it? You can use my browser, yes. Okay, or not, apparently. Yes, I just wanted to see what the merging probability is. I guess I have to open this. Yeah, there's no freaking way to get back to a higher level until I clear another run, so that's fun. My bad, I took the literal easiest potential debuff I could get. And one of the easiest potential debuffs, like, possible as well. And still had that happen, so... I guess it was supposed to be playable or something, I don't know. I have to get level 65 too, which I already had a level 65 option one, but I rolled past it. Okay, I guess this one. This map literally is awful, but there's kind of no other way. I can just run Yuki, I guess. But yeah, I didn't even have a thing that debuffs credits, and it still feels like you never get enough credits for, like, anything in that mode. But yeah, that really fucking sucks. Like, I don't know. I feel like there is an extremely low chance for that situation that happened. So many things had to go wrong. Like, can't even describe it well. With this world, let's kind of bring Yuki or die. Those are your two options. The debuffs kind of counteracted each other, so that's good. Let's kind of just remove those two. Might as well.
いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは十分かな。どれを選んでも絶対満足しますって。私が保証します。素晴らしい選択ですって。新しい品ですか。
Guess there's a chance.
お待ちどう
Could
さ
be a
ま。
card over here that's usable.
お待ちどうさま。新しい品ですか。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。また来てくださいね。
マジックでも見るかい。
The save data options are kind of limited, although I could maybe get away with going to Lab Zero to fix things. That crit, maybe.
ちの
The one card it could draw that would have been bad.
うちに刀なしと行こっかな。うちのバット引きちぎってやる。バット
裏側をもう一度振ってみよう。もう一度振ってみよう。
いきますよ。はーい、流れを感じます。ふっ、これはなかなか明快なロジックだ。呼びましたか。はーい、行きますよ。引きちぎってやる。バット結構手強い戦闘になりそうですわね。刀なしと行こっかな。
派手にこんなのはどうだい。こんなのはどうだ。
バット
That wasn't bad. Just need to cycle back to that card, which not a very easy thing to do, but
なめないよね。はーい、力が湧いてきますね。
裏側表こんなのはどうだ。もう一度振ってみよう。
引きちぎってやる。
go ahead and take out that one. I didn't realize they could drop those independently of each other or whatever like that. Yeah, Spirit Fox is pretty good. I think I will go to Lab Zero. Just because I want to try to get some epiphanies. Feels like you never get epiphanies outside of Lab Zero. Guess that's fine, -1 AP sometimes. I don't like that it always forces you to have one of those cards though. In Lab Zero. There's always a chance of that happening, so I'm kind of fine with it.
サポートが必要かね。
逃げられるかな。
So what you can do with Yuki is you could use your Edo skill with a bunch of cards that you want, and then if you have this
うちの刀なしと行こ
card,
っ
you
か
can
な。
then
うちに守っバット
get guaranteed
これは
way to draw it.
ロジックだ。結構手強い戦闘になりそうですわね。呼びましたか。力が湧いてきますね。
派手にこんなのはどうだい。
引きちぎってやる。はっ。
裏側を助立ちしよう。
うちのバット
I don't hate shuffle, but it does have really bad epiphanies sometimes, but sometimes it can be really good. Not like that time. Like certain shuffle epiphanies are like discard selected number of cards and then draw or whatever. Pretty sure you can get that with shuffle, but I think I will take on this elite. I know that there was a store on the other side, but
これは手強そうだな。
派手にこんなのはどうだい？裏かサポートが必要かね？
うちに抜刀抜刀うちのバフ
I'd have done triple one, but that's fine.
うちに肩慣らしといこっかな。
ああ、ようやく真実が見えてきたぞ。
うちのバット
派手にいく。裏か運を試してみよう。
Yeah, the thing about this shuffle is that you can do things like that, where you just shuffle your cards in a way to like just go ahead and start working toward your next draw.
うちに引きちぎってやる。バットはーい呼びます力が湧いてきますね。
I'm just going to exhaust that for now. Oh wait, forget that you can't exhaust these.
うちのば引きちぎってやる。うちにはっ
これはなかなか明快なロジックだ。
And give that to Cassius.
裏かを助立ちしよう。
うちのバット
派手にこんなのはどうだい？
うちにバットバットうちの肩慣らしといこっかな。うちに守ってもらい引きちぎってやる。
見事な攻撃でしたわ。
裏かをこんなのはどうだい？派手にこんなのはどうだい？こんなのはどうだい？
力が湧いてきますね。
Go ahead and get that out of the way.
呼びました。流れを感じます。
驚いたかね？
ああ、ようやく真実が見えてきたぞ。
うちのバット
I don't really hate the one cost version of that slash, although I kind of think the double hit's better.
いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは十分かな。新しい品ですか？もちろん新しい品ですか？じゃじゃーん、お待ちどうさま。新着です。新しい品ですか？じゃじゃーん。
Yeah, the thing with this is I don't even really know what I'm trying to look for with Yuki.
選んでる間、一杯だけ飲んでいいですか？で、
I wouldn't really mind removing this, just so that way I can
ぜ
keep
ひぜひ生きてたらまた会いましょうね。
raid focused. and try to get epiphanies on Yuki's cards because I do need to start getting those at some point.
全力で行こう。
裏かこんなのはどうだい。派手にこんなのはどうだい。裏かをサポートが必要かね。
はーい、流れを感じます。
抜刀抜刀
派手に行こう。こんなのはどうだい。こんなのはどうだい。
うちにもうちの引きちぎってやる。抜刀うちにとうちのバカタならしと行こっかな。うちにはっ
裏かをよし。
呼びます。力が湧いてきます
Kind
ね
of。don't like shuffle here. I would just go ahead and do that.
こんなのはどうだい。
That's fine.
うちの引きちぎってやる。うちに抜刀さすが私の助手だ。
All of these are really bad. Honestly, it's kind of just a skip. Everything just because of how bad all of that was. Since I already did one Lab Zero encounter, the next one should be not bad either.
裏か助立ちしよう。
Yeah, imagine if I got a spirit thing dupe.
うちの抜刀抜刀
派手にこんなのはどうだい。裏か表か運を試してみよう。
はーい、流れを感じます。
こんなのはどうだい。
ああようやく真実が見
You
え
can do this with Westmacott
う
to
ちに
get out a card with a guaranteed epiphany.
うちの抜刀引きちぎってやる。うちに抜刀
派手にもう一度振ってみよう。もう一度振ってみようか。
うちのと
Still don't have the card that I really want.
に守ってもらう。抜刀。うちの抜刀。
Have a lot of epiphanies here. Yeah, I still need Freezing Blade. Honestly, this version's pretty good. More drawing is better. It means that it has inspiration rates.
抜刀。見事な攻撃でした。うちに引きちぎってやる。
Yeah, that item giving me crit rate is really good as well.
派手に助立ちしよう。裏かこんなのはどうだい？
流れを感じます。抜刀。なめないでよね。
I'm gonna do this one first. Very draw heavy Cassius. What is, yes, what is that? What is your save that even at? It's not gonna make it out of this one, but it doesn't really matter with Cassius's, as I already have builds that I like for him. Plus, Cassius is such a flexible character that, like, you probably can do, like, infinite builds on him and still need certain better options for specific characters and everything, like, don't know. I'll take the free damage on Yuki, but I would rather have another... Like, same thing here. I'll take the free stats. I could probably fight that, but I'd rather fight this one to be safe. Yuki at least cleared Codexes super fast, so that's kind of a good thing about this situation. Really useful on anyone. Oh, it just makes it where the dice roll is a bit more likely. Not bad. You can either do that for an AoE focused build, or they're buffing the single target focused build, so I probably wouldn't try to get a good single target focused build for now, but it is possible to get a better one.
ちゃんと見てなさい。うちの
Even
バッ
now.
ト。うちに。はっ。任せてください。
Yeah, Yuki's kind of okay at dealing with this, but Kansu's getting the breakdown's not fun.
うちの肩慣らしと行こっかな。うちにバット。バット。はっ。覚悟してください。ああ、ようやく真実が見えてきたぞ。
Oh yeah, I forgot that the rapid slash would just go back into my hand.
艦長
This draw is wild. Okay, luckily I got Trooper though.
うちのバット。バット。これはなかなか明快なロジック。
Kansu's can break through that eventually. Okay, now I should be able to. Yeah, the thing is, I'm still missing a certain card. Yeah, I don't think there is ever a good option for this Divine Epiphany in this situation. I just need a card epiphany on Yuki, because she's still missing a card.
ちゃんと見てなさい。肩慣らしと行こっかな。うちに。バット。と。
I don't really have an idea of how I'm supposed to fight this enemy. It does that.
うちの引きちぎってやる。
I mean, I'm in a position to where I'm so strong that I should be able to take it out
バット。
pretty easily this time around, but like,
うちに肩慣らしと行こっかな。
派手に行こうかね。助立ちしよう。
逃げられるかな。ああ、もう
this
捕まったね。
crits it kills. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of illegal not to have Iceberg Cleave. It's like the one card that this deck, or not even this deck, but that Yuki depends on for existing.
ちゃんと見てなさい。
Kind of.
うち
A
の
little
引きちぎ
important.
ってやる。はっ。バット。
派手にサポートが必要かね。
うちに。バット。
助立ちしよう。
と。バット。引きちぎってやる。バット。バット。
裏か驚いたかね。
ちの肩慣らしと行こっかな。うちはっ
Yeah, it has a really high chance of being that, so. I mean, I kind of need a card epiphany.
これは手強そうだな。
Yeah, I don't know.
必要かね。派手にこんなのはどうだい。
ちゃんと見てなさい。
助立ちしよう。
肩慣らしと行こっかな。うちのバットふっバット肩慣らしと行こっかな。うちに守るとバット
もう一度振ってみよう。運を試してみよう。
ああ、ようやく真実が見えてきたぞ。うちの引きちぎってやる。うちに引きちぎってやる。明快なロジックだ。うちのバット
Being able to put that back on top of the deck is actually kind of sick.
いらっしゃい。所持クレジットは十分かな。新しい品ですか。もうじゃじゃーん。新しい品ですか。じゃじゃーん。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。新着です。どれを選んでも絶対満足しますって。私が保証します。
I mean, imagine if this Cassie build could actually make it out of this.
ぜひぜひ。じゃじゃーん。じゃじゃーん。お待ちどうさま。新着で。今日のベ
That is
ス
an
ト
upgrade.
新しい品ですか。もちろんお見せしますとも。今日のベストチョイスですね。ぜひぜひ。生きてたらまた会いましょうね。
I don't even think at like the highest difficulty that's just way too much stuff, but I'm curious to see what it would do to the save data.
あら強敵ですのね。ちゃんと見てなさい。
Okay, it is actually possible to get Iceberg cleave this run.
じっとしててね。
Oh, it did not count as having an
う
epiphany.
ちのバット引きちぎってやる。ふっバット私やってみます。引きちぎってやる。
派手にサポートが必要かね。
呼びましたか。流れを感じます。
もう一度振ってみようか。
うちにバットバット
裏かもう一度振ってみようか。
I need to hold on to that.
一味違いますよ。
I have been seeing a ton of epiphanies.
助立ちしよう。派手に
すべてを飲
うちのバットちゃんと肩慣らしといこっかな。
私の力で確実に倒してみせます。
うちにバットバット
艦長、
裏かサポー
Yeah,
ト
see, I can do
必要
this.
かね。
うちじっとしててね。バットさすが私の助手だ。
Yeah, I don't really want to take off the 6% crit rate, but at the same time, the save data's kind of not great for Yuki anyway, compared to what I've got.
こんなの楽勝に決まってるっしょ。もっと褒めてくれてもいいんだよ。館長、
I don't really care about saving the save data, but I do want to get another counseling session with Cassius. I figured he would find it more interesting to do a wager on a non-traditional game, but interesting.
何かありましたらすぐにエピオネセンターにお越しください。
Yeah, that's all of those done for Cassius. I think it has to be this one. Yeah, I must have all the upgrades in the thing there. I'm trying to get Tressa copies. Not yet. I got another copy of Ray, but I did need to pull copies of Ray on that banner, so I said need one when I got one last time. Okay, so I'm like one off on that one. There is like one way for me to get that if I wanted, but
お力添えいただきありがとうございます。
あなたはどの運命に導かれてここにたどり着
お力添えいただきありがとうございます。
I think I'll wait on using energy because I want to try to get a lot of these, but it's kind of not worth the time just to farm one. Or I've just farmed them back to back. Yeah, if I do these, I can get another tool, and that will also give me enough materials to get more levels on the partner, so it's not a bad idea. Use that setup for the Void characters. We haven't done these because I just have been putting them off, really. Oh yeah, I forgot that this is a setup I have on Ray. It's not really a good setup for this team.
やや危険な荒風です。
深まる。
任せてください。一味違いますよ。
壊滅させます。
呼びました。流れを感じます。失敗したらって
切らねば。はっ
I'm gonna make sure that one dies. Because this one's already dead.
終わりの苦しみの中で全部消えて。艦長、これで役に立てるの。艦長、信じて一番の苦痛を。失敗したらどうしよう。艦長、私の不運は
決断。はっ
And the poison gets it.
お守りが効いたのかな。よかった。
必ず完遂してみせます。
艦長、闇をかき集めた。いきますよ。
黄昏の影。
強力な攻撃が来ますわ。
一味違いますよ。
切らねば。壊滅させます。
すべてを飲み込む暗闇。呼びましたか。
お見事です。
Wanna hold on to the Shadow of the Moon and try to stack it some? I have 3 copies of Shadow of the Moon in the thing, so stacking it really easy.
流れを感じます。
決断。はっ満潮の結
Wanna
構
make sure this enemy dies.
すべての浮上を殲滅せよ。
Oh wait, that wasn't Agony, that was Agony in.
苦しみが深まる闇の力です。
And now that one's dead though.
失敗した。
切らねば。
呼びましたか。私やってみます。艦長。失敗。私の不運は鋭いんだ。
決断を。黄昏の影。
艦長、信じてる。失敗したらどうしよう。一番の苦痛を。艦長、これで役に立てるの。一味違いますよ。
切らねば。滅せよ。
失敗したら
決断を。
呼びましたか。すべてを
I got 5 binds on it, so
この力
some
を
max it can
使
stack.
ってでも。
Yes, dead to the Agony.
お守りが効いたのかな。よかった。
But yeah, I already did the hard versions of these stages. I haven't done the easy ones though. Kind of doing it backwards.
必ず
It's just there's not really. These fights kind of take a while. They're not really hard, but there's also not really a reason to
信じてる。
do them over like
滅せよ。
other progression.
闇をかき集めた。
Yeah, this enemy's kind of annoying for this early hand, so let's try to play that first like that.
決断を。黄昏の影。
すべてを飲み込む暗闇。呼びましたか。艦長、不運な何なのかもうすぐわかるよ。失敗した。呼びましたか。流れを感じます。一番の苦痛を。
見事な攻撃でしたわ。
艦長、
Go ahead and get this ult or eco skill for some more agony. Is that enough?
切らねば壊滅させます。一味違いますよ。決断をこの力を
Say this has to
使っ
be
てでも
pretty big bind now.
艦長、私の不運は鋭いんだよ。失敗だ。一番の苦痛を。お守りが効いたのかな。よかった。必ず完遂してみせます。艦長、闇を闇を闇をかき集めて。失敗したら指任せてください。全てを飲み込む暗闇。
The shit out of the mood upgraded.
一味違いますよ。切らねば壊滅させます。見事な攻撃でした。終わらない苦しみの中で全部消えて。艦長、不運
I should have done that first.
決断を。艦長、切らねば流れを感じます。
And I should have done
回
the
ります。
void damage increase first too, but that's fine.
決断を。黄昏の影。失敗したらどうしよう。艦長、一番の苦痛を。切らんこの力を使ってでも。
Yeah, I need to get actual equipment on these two at some point.
よかった。
Too busy building characters.
必ず完遂してみせます。闇を闇を闇をかき集めて。艦長、不運はどんなものか。黄昏の影。失敗。決断を壊滅させます。切らねば。
Find two.
艦長、私の不運は。はっ。いきますよ。一番の苦痛を。
お見事です。
終わらない苦しみの中で全部消えて。艦長、信じてる。はーい、流れを感じます。私やってみます。
艦長、今回の攻撃は強力です。
一味
防御を
違いますよ
固めないと。危険です。
Oh, another bind on the deck.
艦長、流れを感じます。
This counts as getting killed by a guard, so
はーい、全てを飲み込む暗闇。この力を使ってでも。
played for 3 hours. Yeah, I don't have too much longer on the stream anyway, but needed a reminder.
決断壊滅させます。
I've still got enough time for like these stages, and then I can probably do one more run of chaos.
読みましたか？
I didn't realize these enemies also had to be taken out.
失敗した。
That works.
お守りが効いたのかな。よかった。 ず完遂してみせます。艦長、闇をかき集めて。
I want this Shadow of the Moon to be hit, but yeah, it's kind of RNG on which one that one is. I have 3 copies. Let's go ahead and do these upgrades. I'll just go ahead and take this one out. I'm sure I can take one of these 2 out. Okay, there's all of those done. Oh, there's a chapter 7. Yeah, there's not a chapter 7 story, so I kind of assume there wouldn't be chapter 7 battle missions. I mean, I guess it only really goes to chapter 5, so. Yeah, do these ones first. Try to get a copy of Tressa. Cassius. Okay, I don't have enough of those. Ooh, this is a big upgrade, actually. I feel like this one's kinda whatever, but the other one's not bad. Morale reduction, it does make it where I'm less likely to die. Okay, so yeah, I put these cards back in, but it kept Spirit Box, which was a bad. Although it removed the Epiphany off of it, so it's kind of curious how that save data would work. It's just kind of too low tier of save data to keep around. Yeah, I'll leave those alone for now because I do want to try to get in one more Codex run. Actually, it's like 30 minutes until I have to go. I thought it might have been a bit longer, so I guess I will just go ahead and do these because these should be pretty short. There are things I need to knock out. It's more of these enemies. I'm actually gonna use this setup as well, just because it should be slightly better. Yeah, I've got a lot of healing in this one, and then do I have a more healer focused array or like a less smaller deck? think this. I think I'll put that as a 3.
大丈夫
Just so that way I can remember it.
呼びましたか？はーい、行きますよ。隠れ出せ。
闇を闇を闇をかき集めて
呼びました。流れを感じます。
不運がどんなものかもうすぐわかる。
一味違いますよ。
準備で元気が出ましたか？失敗し
広がれ。
新元気が出ましたか？艦長失敗したら闇の力で
準備で確認します。
艦長
艦長、防御しよう。完璧です。
新役に立ちましたか？失敗艦長
準備できました。手伝います。
失敗艦長信じて失敗したら
呼びました。力が湧いてきますね。
艦長私の不運は失敗艦長信じてる一番の苦痛を
流れる水は止められません。
新元気が出ましたか？元気が出
Not
ました
done yet.
失敗した艦長お守りが効いたのかな
You thought it was over? I guess. Kind of fitting timing.
大丈夫かな
準備できま溢れ出せ。
闇よ闇よ闇よ
Yeah, it's supposed to be enough AP for a vital attack as well.
艦長私の不運は失敗不運がどんなものか
力になってみせ
Don't
ます。
need to play too fast.
信じてる
元気が出ましたか？手伝います。
失敗したらどうせ艦長
見事な攻撃でしたわ。
失敗苦しみは深ま
元気が出ましたか？
艦長
確認します。
艦長一番の苦痛を
呼びました。アンウェン様の手にかかれば
Ego skill healing.
艦長お守りが効いたのかなよかった大丈夫かな
I mean, I wonder how many agony things are even on that.
呼びました。行きますよ。溢れ出せ。
Yeah, because I have 2 waves at the start, that's why that works.
闇をかき集めて
Not like that, if you're wondering.
艦長私の不運は鋭
元
く
気が出ましたか？
艦長一番の苦痛を一番の苦痛を
見事な攻撃でしたわ。はーい、流れを感じます。
艦長終わりに苦しみの中全部消えて失敗して
慎重に確認します。
艦長失敗し とのことよかった
21 card for one turn. 15 attacks in one turn, both within the same turn. I need more tresses. Gave me a bunch of rays at first, but not bad considering it's pretty much just the deluxe version of the battle pass is the only thing that I bought. So had a good amount of
大
pools.
丈夫かな
Get back to this though. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna have enough AP.
闇をかき集めて
Have to be a 0 cost card.
次は強力な攻撃が来ますよ。
深まる
任せてください。
艦長アーウェン様の手にかかればみんな無敵になれるんだから呼びましたか
Honestly, Winds of Relief kind of hard to fit in with this build.
艦長役に立ちましたか
They're both dead.
艦長私の不運は流れを感じますなめないでね
All my heal cards are still in here.
艦長信じて一番の口を元気が出ましたか力になってみせます艦長
That one's dead.
役に立ちましたか準備で手伝います確認します準備で元気が出ましたか広がれ
And imagine that one Shadow Reload Epiphany with that. Unfortunately, Shadow Reload is the card that's giving me that, but there's a Shadow Reload Epiphany that plays all of the Shadow Daggers in your hand and then does additional damage and stuff.
大丈夫かな呼びましたかはーい行きますよ溢れ出せ闇をかき集めて闇をかき集めて艦長防御しよう準備で力になってみせます
I'm still worried about having too many cards in hand.
呼びました私やってみます艦長元気が出ましたか一番苦痛を
That should be enough to take out both.
艦長私の不運は鋭いんだよ終わらない苦しみの中で全部消えて艦長元気が出ましたか艦長失敗した艦長一番の苦痛を
Yeah, the vital attacks being able to finish them off. That's feel really good as well.
丈夫かな。
Not gonna have enough AP.
やめよやめよかき集めて。艦長防御しよう。苦しみは深まる。準備で確認します。
Yeah, the thing is just like, not only are the heal cards healing you, so you have sustain on top of having guaranteed damage, but the heal cards are also just ridiculously cheap to play out as well.
呼びましたか。一味違いますよ。
And then you might as well just upgrade the damage while you're here.
艦長。
Yeah, see, it having 1000 HP is just like nothing. I can just leave those shadow daggers in the deck as well.
私の不運が不運に痛むのか。流れを感じます。手伝います。行きますよ。流れる水は止められません。
Yep, these are skills, so
艦長。
even more shadow daggers.
元気が出ましたか。失敗。
That's how much agony it has. It takes like multiple scrolls to go all the way down. Wait, what was the agony imprint at? Did it say? Oh no, it just does that.
艦長。元気が出ましたか。失敗。艦長。力になってみせます。失敗。
Yeah, it has agony imprint for 2 turns as well. But actually survive that.
お守りが効いたのかな。よかった。
Very balanced build. Yeah, I probably won't have enough time for the hard stages, but we did the easy ones at least. Last time I did the hard stages first and then the easy. This time I did it in the proper way, I guess. But yeah, there's still more standard pools to do. Trying to get to the selector and stuff, but like... I'm not doing the selector until I reach this, because I'm so close to getting a guaranteed 5-star that I might as well just wait for that and then see what I need. I am very much leaning on getting Veronica right now for Milan, but if I get Veronica from the next pool, then I'm going for Calipe. Either Calipe or Hugo, one of these two. I kind of want Calipe to, you know, have the defense options, plus I kind of need some way of dealing with these enemies, which, I mean, Cassius is technically there, but it's not like Cassius really does that much damage in any of the builds that I have for him and stuff. Yeah, he's still using green items as well, because I might as well just give him something to hold. Most of my character, like all the relics my characters have are just temporary options. The one that has crafted stuff is Mika, and even her stuff is, I mean, not Mika, Yuki, and even her stuff is like kinda up for debate on a lot of these pieces. But I mean, some of them aren't that bad. Stuff could... The thing is, like, rerolling isn't super expensive. It just takes energy to actually, like, get the initial pieces. But the thing is, in this game, is you get to see 3 of the stats. You're only really trying to get one additional stat on the reroll, so that's not really bad, and then it's just substat maxing after that. And you can also farm while just doing chaos and stuff as well, although you do need energy or the little cards to be able to do that.
団長承認を待っている政策がありますご検討をお願いし
Yeah,
ま
and
す
there's gotta be bonus battle missions too, so I guess probably a good thing for me to go ahead and get those
全ての案
done
件を確認しました
sooner rather than later for the policies, because it's gonna have to be unlocked from doing policies and stuff, but yeah, I don't think the A rank
全て
matters,
の
right?
案件を確認しました現在承認待ちの政策はありません
It's more credits, but it's still good. Although I do have 7 million and stuff, just because they changed the prices of everything
お
and
力添えい
refunded
ただき
stuff.
あ
So
りがとうございます
yeah, I think I'm gonna be. I max this one, and then I'm probably going to. I think you max everything on.
お力添
Character
えいただき
Chizuru
ありが
just
とう
because
ござい
like
ます
kind of needs
どの運命に導か
a
れ
lot of damage and stuff. Okay, yeah, there's that done.
たのでしょう
I also want to start trying to get Nia built at some point. Just because this character is really good too. They're another support option. So, yeah, the thing is I just keep getting like a ton of these characters that I want to get built. Like I want to build Rin
そうですか
at some point because people use her in things. I want to use Keiran. I want to use Meilin because she's like the meta character right now. I mean, well, I guess like Tressa is also meta.
私に近づか
Not too bad. And then have Yuki built. Renoa is in early stages of getting built. And I have a lot of like the egos on the ones that I do have. So that's another reason why I've been wanting to do that. Oh yeah, I forgot I pulled this earlier. Today. Some more motion. And the reason my barrel is level 60 is because I had a lot of resources to be able to like get a free promotion.
重機の
Like I was able just to click this, and I already had a few saved up from leveling up barrel before, and then I had enough to where it didn't cost like any of these to do, so I figured I might as well just use that on her, because there's not really any other character of that class that I want to get built for now. Like eventually I might get Selena built. And I think Hugo's that class too, so if I get Hugo then there's that option. The thing with Hugo is that there's like team with him and Tressa that's pretty good, so I could technically use him on the selector over Calipe. Although Calipe is still really good. So I mean it's gotta be either one. Or Leah is an option as well, but she's kind of harder to fit into teams and stuff. She's a healer, and then Magna's probably like the worst option that I could choose, but yeah, there's just not like a really good build for her right now, but there probably could be in the future. You can run like the triple shield build if you had her and Calipe, but Calipe has teams outside of that, whereas I think Magna only has like that team, so. And neither are on the current meta thing, or the Great Rift. Because I don't know who to run on the last one. Normally it would be like Nia. You could also run Chizuru, kind of. I guess.
これ
this option's better. I will try one more time on this because I actually have a much better Tressa build.
格が違う敵
This team is still cursed, but
ですがご心配なく
it's not the end of the world.
逆境に乗り越えられないものなどありませんから。
切らねば深い暗闇へ黄昏の影滅せよ。
うちに守肩慣らしといこっかな。
決断を壊滅させます。
うちのバッちゃんと見てなさい。うちにバット
運命と言うべきかね。
うち
Yeah, I need an iceberg cleave a little bit faster, but
切らねば
バット
裏か表か運を試してみよう。
yeah, just go ahead and cycle through that a little bit. So that's bind times 3.
裏かもう一度振ってみようか。
うちに守じっとしててね。バット逃げられるかな。ああもう捕まったね。
切らねばはっ決断を切らねばこの
I am gonna
力を
go ahead and use this just because I feel like he's about to do that thing where it's gonna make me lose all my cards. Yeah.
うちのバッじっとしててね。バットうちに肩慣らしといこっかな。うちじっとしててね。バット
派手に行こうか。裏かもう一度振ってみようか。
決断を参ります。
Yeah, might as well try to get some more stuff there.
アンウェイ様の手にかかればみんな無敵になれるんだから。
派手にもう一度振ってみようか。
切らねば
うちに守って引きちぎってやる。はっバット
決断を滅せよ。黄昏の影切らねば壊滅させます。決断をこの力を使ってでも
Got the max stacks on that.
裏かをもう一度振ってみようか。
うちのバットちゃんと見届けなさいね。うちに引きちぎってやる。
切らねば黄昏の影
バットバット
派手に行こう。もう一度振ってみようか。もう一度振ってみようか。裏かを
バットうちのバット
もう一度振ってみよう。
I might as well get a heal while I can. This will save me.
切らねば滅せよ。
じっとしててね。
決断を切らねばふっ
もう一度振ってみようか。
決断を切らねば決断を壊滅させます。切らねばこの力を
Getting off another bind's nice. Do I survive this? Definitely not. But would have been interesting.
非常に危険度の高い強敵です。全力でサポートいたしますが、どうかお気をつけください。
It didn't use the right trestle build. Oh well.
こんなの楽勝に決まってるっしょ。もっと褒めてくれてもいいんだよ。
I thought that it had the right one on. They're like the same score. But I forgot that it defaults to the last one that he used. Wish I could just start on this side. I had a really good run there. I am gonna actually finish this out though. I mean, I could just recreate that run. It really can't be that hard. Okay, so it's this. And this. Okay, that's fine. Get the rapid slash out of the way now. Good. Not the greatest of draws, so good shuffle. That's fine. Yeah, good enough. This card's unfortunately unusable here, but this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and get that heal while I can. Yeah, see, I don't understand why. When does it do this versus doing the other thing that it does? Because whenever it does that, that's just PGs. Because there's no way for me to do anything there. I could have kept the other Yuki build. I have more than 50% crit rate going into this. Be nice.
うちのバットちゃんと見届け感謝しなさいね。うちにま
Really don't want rapid slash. Okay, never mind. It was actually more playable than that.
うちのバットちゃんと見てなさい。
派手に行こうかね。裏か表サポートが必要かね。派手にもう一度振ってみようか。裏か表もう一度振ってみようか。
うちに
Okay,
も
that
引き
works.
ちぎってやるじっとしててねバット逃げられるかなああもう捕まったね
So they're guaranteed to be this now. I like just don't understand why it's that every time now. The first run that I did, when I had the it's of course the run that I have the wrong deck in is the one that it's not that.
面白くなってきたな
That's like what I just don't understand is why is it random? Is it supposed to be random? Because if it's supposed to be random, that's whatever. But if I'm like doing something wrong, I don't really understand what it is.
派手に行こうかね
切らねば深い暗闇へ
ちゃんと見て
決
なさい
断を滅せよ
もう一度振ってみようか
Yeah, go ahead and get mana field out of the way.
艦長防御しよううちのバット引きちぎってやるバットお見事ですうちにバットじっとしててねバット
切らねば壊滅させます。
こんなのはどうだい
うちに守っても引きちぎってやるふっバット
決断をこの力を使ってでも
See, like, I'm not entirely opposed to just being RNG and just having it reset, but if it's like I'm doing something wrong, then I'd like to know what I'm trying to do to not have that happen. I see now it does this, and this I can work with.
うちのバットバットじっとしててねバットじっとしててねバット
切らねば
うちに守ってもらううちの肩慣らしと行こっかな
裏側をもう一度振ってみようか
決断を黄昏の影
運命というべきかね
Not really what I intended to
切らねば壊滅させます。
do there, but that works.
もう一度振ってみようか派手にもう一度振ってみようか
決断を滅せよ
裏か表か神も仕掛けもない
切らねば決断を
Oh, is that 5 bind?
この力を使ってでも切らねば
うちに守ってもらえて嬉し しいよね。引きちぎってやる。うちのバッ刀らしと行こっかな。うちに守ってもらう。
裏か表かもう一度振ってみようか。
うちのバットを引きちぎってやる。バットバット
Then I can do this,
満潮の月光
because
よ
that should be capped in
全
damage
ての
now.
浮上を殲滅せよ。
派手に行こうかね。もう一度振ってみようか。
決断をはっ切らねば。
Okay, that's at 4 bind.
決断を滅せよ。
裏かをもう一度振ってみようか。派手に行こう。運命というべきかね。
じっとしててね。
If this works like how I think it does, I needed to do that there.
切らねば。
バット
Oh,
この
I
力
think I
を
accidentally hit the
使
wrong
ってで
enemy.
も
Yeah, I did.
もう一度振ってみようか。
Not the end of the world though. Okay, now it is.
派手に行こうかね。もう一度振ってみようか。
撤退するぞ。
Yeah, if I had Yuki's Hero skill there, I maybe could have done something, but I don't think there was a way to do that. Or anything, you know?
準備できまくれだぜ。
Kind of a nothing hand at the start.
かき集めて。艦長、優位ならどんなものか。
元気が出ましたか。元気が出ましたか。
艦長、
次は強力な攻撃が来ますよ。
これで役に立てるの。
艦長、私の不運は鋭いんだ。
エランテの力
Wait, it took like 50 of my cards there, my bad. Maybe I mean to use Nyx like that.
艦長、
はーい、力が湧いてきますね。
艦長、
確認します。
艦長、
役に立ちましたか。
And it's full, so it's gonna make playing this a little difficult.
呼びました。流れを感じます。
艦長、苦しみは深まるだけ。
新力になってみせます。
艦長、信じて不運にはどんなものか。もうすぐ。
一味違いますよ。
Not my water droplets. It actually took the heal out of my hand there, too.
艦長、
Yeah, I mean, it just yoinks all the heals out of my hand every time.
見とれるよ
こ
うに
んなの楽勝に決まってるっしょ。
うん
もっと褒めてくれてもいいんだよ。
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best I can do for now, I guess. I don't know. Like, maybe I can get something better on the other half. Also, maybe with more Tressa copies and stuff, but... Kinda nothing's really worth getting that I can get. Guess those like that. Yeah, I didn't get a standard. Oh well. I think that's where I'm gonna end things for now though. Figured I would try that again, see if I could improve the score. I probably still can. There's still a long time before this is over, so I can definitely, you know, get closer and stuff. Yeah, see, they have a very similar idea. Oh, wait, no, that's my build. I was like, wait. It's a very similar way to do that. Mika card, but yeah. 4 source of water. Maybe that curse is better. They only have 2 shadow reload. Yeah, I don't know. That's where I got it for now, so I can try to get higher score and stuff. I got most of the basic rewards though, but would like to eventually maybe try to get this, but I don't know like what the average person is getting and stuff in this mood, so that's why I need to try to figure out like where my account even is at in terms of like account progression overall. I don't think I'm doing too poorly. It's just I'm kind of building it in more of a scaling way. I need to get Codex runs done though. That's kind of the main thing, is that I haven't had infinite time to do Codex runs, so need to try to get more done there. I wanted to see, was there anyone else I needed to level that's a partner that has like, you know, actual ability to be leveled without me having to spend resources on increasing that? Yeah, I got so many of these now. Might as well just do that for the better substats and stuff, but yeah, that's where I will be ending things for now. So, good to see everyone in the next one.